What's up, everybody? It's me, Bryson Booker, and it's time for another BBTV review just for you. But not just any review, I'm reviewing a cartoon special that I have actually never seen before. At least I've never seen it in a super duper long time. But really, this special I've never seen ever. So this is kind of the first time I'm actually watching and reviewing this special here on BBTV. And it's for all of you people that still believe in the Easter Bunny. Now, for our young viewers out there, because I just know somewhere around the world there are 4, 5, and 6-year-old kids watching this 19-year-old idiot talk about cartoons. I just know there is. And to all of you little precious viewers who probably should be watching Barney or something less serious right now, hello, you little cute kids, and happy Easter to you, because I know the Easter Bunny's going to give you some goodies, and that's going to be great. But for my older viewers, which is probably 99% of you guys, the Easter Bunny doesn't exist. So just enjoy this review. I'm just going to let the cat out of the bag right there. There is no Easter Bunny, just Jesus. He's the reason for this season. There's another religious blurb for you, and it's a good one. But anyway, Yogi Bear probably doesn't even know who Jesus is. Maybe he does. I don't know. He's dead now. Maybe he went to heaven. I don't know. But, you know, whether he knows the living Savior or not, this was his special that aired on ABC April 3rd, 1994. I think this was maybe the second Yogi Bear incarnation, like basically a television special, or basically something that had to do with Yogi Bear. This was his second appearance in the 90s. The first appearance was Yo Yogi, which aired in 1991 and was a big failure. Nobody likes Yo Yogi. It was basically a hipster version of Scooby-Doo for, you know, the New Jack Swing era of the early 90s, you know, with the high tops and the hip-hop and, you know, cartoons that wanted to try to identify with the culture, but just failed miserably. Basically, think of Teen Titans Go, but in the early 90s. That's probably even more scary than you think, but that's what it was, guys. Basically, a Teen Titans Go for the early 90s. It sucked. Tried to fit in with the culture and failed. So that was Yogi's first entrance into the 90s. This was, I believe, his second entrance, which was a bit better than the first. Obviously, Yogi is not a kid. He's an actual, you know, full-grown bear. And Boo Boo is with him, as well as Ranger Smith. And really, that's all of the characters from the Yogi Bear franchise that appear in this special. So again, aired on ABC. I believe it was a primetime special. I don't really know. But most of these Hanna Barbera TV specials, such as A Flintstones Christmas Carol, Scooby-Doo's Arabian Nights, all of which, by the way, aired in 1994. I believe these were primetime specials. But if I'm wrong, obviously correct me about that. But it's a pretty decent special with a pretty simple plot. Okay, so Yogi Bear screwed up Easter. Okay, that's basically how it starts. Screws up Easter, and turns out Ranger Smith is planning a Easter jamboree where somebody from his job is coming, and he really wants to impress this person. I mean, come on, you already know where this is going. So Yogi Bear, being the bear that he is, wants to eat, and so he finds the candy, eats all the candy, and basically him and Ranger Smith brawl it out to the point where Yogi just ruins Easter completely. So Ranger Smith obviously just worries about himself, because literally his reputation is now ruined when basically his manager comes and sees that, you know, there is no Easter Jubilee or Jamboree, either one. So Yogi obviously feels pitiful about what he did, obviously, and he wants to help Ranger Smith. So Yogi feels that maybe getting the Easter Bunny and getting the magical Easter chicken, I don't know where that came from, but there we go. But getting those two and bringing them to the Easter Jamboree will hopefully make up for his big screw-up at the beginning of the special. So basically, Yogi and Boo Boo go and try to find the Easter Bunny. Then when they get the Easter Bunny, they have to go find the Easter chicken, who supplies all of the Easter eggs. Well, yeah, the Easter chicken supplies the Easter eggs with candy and stuff in them. And the kids eat them. Don't ask me how that works. But anyway, they have to go rescue the Easter chicken, and basically Yogi has to save Easter. That's the most simplest way I can put it. There's also an antagonist in the special because, I mean, come on. A primetime family Easter special, or any primetime family special, has to have an antagonist, right? I mean, we've seen it everywhere. So this special is really no different. So we have an antagonist played by Charlie Adler. I mean, the one, the only, when you hear his voice, you'll know that it's Charlie Adler playing the antagonist. He makes it pretty darn obvious that it's him. But anyway, he plays the antagonist, who basically wants to kidnap the Easter Bunny and give the kids plastic eggs. And he just wants to ruin Easter. You know, basically just like how the Grinch wanted to ruin Christmas, this antagonist that is played by Charlie Adler wants to ruin Easter. Point blank. I don't even need to go into a whole nother rant about that. It's just so simple, guys. So simple. It's so simple, even a monkey could get it. I mean, that's how simple the plot is. And that's a good thing. Because for a special like this, you don't need a plot that just goes over the rainbow of your head. If your head even has a rainbow over it. I don't even see a rainbow. I guess I could add one in my post-production later. But I'm not going to do that because that's stupid. But the plot is not so overbearing to where you don't even get it. It makes sense. The way they execute that plot is pretty darn simple. I have to say that this special isn't as clever as other Hanna Barbera entities that came before it. This is, kind of a straightforward special. Obviously, Yogi did something wrong. He wants to make things right, and he does make things right. And it seems most of all of these specials don't really, mix it up. The only people that mix up these type of specials is the great people at Muppet Studios. But obviously, Muppet Studios didn't work on a Hanna-Barbera production. So they didn't add their cleverness and charm to this special. And you think that they would, you think that Hanna-Barbera would add their clever charm to the special, but they don't. It's just kind of a standard special. Are there funny moments? Of course there is. But are they laugh out loud funny? No, not really. Because again, this is kind of aimed to be a family Easter special. And when I do the quotation marks, you know what that means. It's just standard, Kind of feels standard, has a standard but simple story. And, overall, I would say it's pretty decent to watch. I mean, the animation is good for what it was. It kind of has a similar animation style to a Flintstones Christmas Carol, which I reviewed during the Christmas season. It has that similar style to it, that nice pastel, warm color style that Hanna-Barbera was known for in the 90s. It's basically, it's right there. Characters look full, characters look cartoony, but not overly drawn, One interesting person, and then I'll shut this review down. One interesting person that worked on this special was Pat Ventura. Pat Ventura worked for Hanna-Barbera Productions in the 90s, and he has made many shorts and shows and worked on numerous shows in Hanna-Barbera, including Tom and Jerry Kids. He worked on this special, and when Cartoon Network got off the ground and running, he actually did two specials for What a Cartoon, or two shorts for What a Cartoon. He did the George and Junior shorts, I believe, as well as the Sledgehammer Opossum shorts. So Pat Ventura offers his expertise on this special. Again, if you don't really care about that, it's okay. But if you're an animation freak like me, his name should be very familiar to you. He works on this, as well as it says it was produced and executive produced by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera. Both of them were still alive at this time, still making cartoons. And you can tell that they put their foot in it, and that they had a part to play in this special. But Did they direct it and did they have creative control over it? Not really. They were just kind of in the background saying, yeah, we like it. Let's ship it. And then re-air it. And that was about it, you know? And so, first time seeing this special, would I give it another watch? Maybe. It's kind of standard, but it's okay. It's not horribly bad, but it's not, oh my god, it's wonderful. You know, it's just kind of in the middle. You know, it doesn't go above the bar, but it doesn't go beneath it. It's just kind of at the bar. So it's okay. It's not bad. So check it out for yourself. It's Yogi the Easter Bear. He is still smarter than the average bear. And the average CGI bear that tried to replace him in 2010, but was a failed disaster. He's still smarter than that bear as well. Check it out for yourself. From Hanna Barbera, released in 1994.